guys, how to create abundance in your life by doing this one thing. That's right, one thing. About 8 months ago, I was really struggling financially. I could barely afford gas to get to my part-time job where I didn't really make much money to begin with because I only had, I think, 2 or 3 4-hour shifts a day. So I was only working like maybe 12 hours a week. So if you translate that, that is not a whole lot of money a month to live on. I barely could afford gas for that. I barely could afford my payments. I just always would just look in my bank account and just feel despair, feel hopelessness. At the same time, I was on YouTube. I have another beauty channel trying to make this work, trying to get the revenue flowing. Okay, and I just did not understand why I was in the position that I was in, because I was following my dreams. I was doing what my heart told me to do. I thought that I was on the right path. Okay, and I was doing the best that I could, but I just didn't understand why the financial end of it was not matching. So if you guys understand where I'm coming from, I'm talking about abundance in terms of wealth and financial, because obviously there's abundance in other areas of your life, health, relationships. Do not neglect those, but I'm talking about money in this video. I was literally just like, why is my bank account looking like a nightmare every time I open it? And I would just dread opening my bank account and wondering if I was going to be able to pay my bills, to pay my rent, to have money to eat. I remember I was like looking in my bank account once and I had like $10. I was like, yeah, okay, I can buy Toonie Tuesday at KFC and that's going to be my supper tonight. That was the kind of broke I was, okay? Then all of a sudden, I read this book. You might have heard of this book if you're already into the self-development world and into creating wealth and stuff like that. Like, this is one of the most popular books for how to get rich. Think and Grow Rich. It's a really old book. But anyways, I was like, listen, I've heard about this book so much from other YouTubers, from podcasts, from like just people who are like, this book changed my life, like those kind of videos. So I was like, okay, you know what? I'm just going to buy it. I didn't have the money to buy it, but I bought it anyways. I ordered it off Amazon. It was really easy to read. This is a very, very easy book to read. But basically, it's this guy who wrote it. He studied the lives of super successful rich people and he understood their mindset. He understood how they were thinking. And then he made it into a book that everybody could understand, you know, that the average person, like me, for instance, could understand and then apply these same principles that rich people somehow they stumbled across thinking this way and got lucky, quote unquote, and became rich because of the way that they thought. And this book's a lot about like the subconscious, how your subconscious controls your reality. You might hear that information and yes, I've heard that before. No, if you don't have money yet, you do not understand that. And I'm not saying that to make you feel dumb or to make you feel like you don't know anything, because I want to help you. I want to help you understand. And there's so many people that I tell it to and they don't get it. I'm like, okay, your subconscious is a part of your mind that's operating and it controls your habits. And your habits are what create your life. Your day-to-day habits are what literally create your reality. And so when you try to change your daily habits and you just find yourself falling back into your old habits, it's because your subconscious is the one that's in charge. And if you don't know how to hack your subconscious mind, you are never going to be able to change your habits. And thus, you're not going to be able to change your life and your financial situation. So it's really important that you understand the power of the subconscious mind. And that's what this book is about. It's about teaching you how to reprogram the part of your mind that's on autopilot so that you can autopilot into a rich person. That's basically what this book is all about, chapter by chapter. But let's talk about the one thing that you need to do that I learned from this book that I started implementing in, I think, December of 2019. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do everything that this book says. What do I have to lose? Really? I'm going to try it for like a year and see if I even get some results from it. If I got some results from it, then at least I got my money's worth out of this book, right? The chapter that I'm going to be talking about is the chapter called Autosuggestion. Autosuggestion is basically reprogramming your mind through repetition. That is what autosuggestion is. This is how Germany brainwashed the public with Nazi propaganda. They would put up posters and put like messages on repeat, like repeat. So the German population kept getting bombarded with the same like Nazi propaganda and messages till they literally believed it. And they literally like were like all for, you know, yes, Nazis. Like, it's because of the repetition and because they were literally brainwashed, and then their subconscious mind was infiltrated, taken over, where their beliefs were changed, and thus the reality of that country was changed. And of course, we know what happened there. You can do the exact same thing with something good, with creating something amazing in your life, like for instance, wealth, using autosuggestion, which is the repetition of the same message over and over and over. So basically, what you're going to do is you are going to create a mission statement. Okay, and it is going to say how much money you are going to have by a certain date. So for instance, by September 21st, 2023, I am going to have $1 million in my bank account. You have to be very specific. It's important that you're specific with your subconscious mind. You're going to write this down, and then you're going to say, in exchange for this money, I am going to do this, blah, blah, blah. Whatever your profession is, whatever you think that your life path is, your purpose, the way that you're going to create your passion into money. So for me, it was, I am going to have $1 million, for instance. Like, this isn't actually my statement. I'm just giving you an example. I'm going to have $1 million. In exchange, I'm going to create the best videos I'm capable of making on YouTube or online, so that, because this is also another law of the universe, is that it's the law of exchange. You cannot get something for nothing. You have to pay the price. You have to exchange something energetically for wealth. Okay, so you have to obey that law. So in order for you to obey that law, you're going to exchange something that you energetically created with yourself. And then the author says, once you have this mission statement, so I will give you guys an example of this mission statement. Okay, this is the author's example of the mission statement. By the first day of January 19th, I will have in my possession $50,000, which will come to me in various amounts from time to time during the interim. In return for this money, I will give the most efficient service of which I am capable, rendering the fullest possible quantity and the best possible quality of service in the capacity of salesman of ... describe the service or merchandise you intend to sell. Then you continue with, I believe I will have this money in my possession. My faith is so strong that I now see this money before my eyes. I can touch it with my hands. It is now awaiting transfer to me at the time, and in the proportion that I deliver the service I intend to render in return for it. I am awaiting a plan by which to accumulate this money, and I will follow that plan when it is received. Repeat this program night and morning until you can see the money you intend to accumulate. Place a written copy of your statement where you can see it night and morning, and read it just before retiring and upon arising until it has been memorized. That is exactly what I did. I did that starting in December of 2019. Except for, instead of rereading the written copy, I would write it out every day. Again, write it just to really sink that into my subconscious, because writing really helps. Word is bond. That is what I did. And 4 months later, my income tripled. I want to repeat that. 4 months later, my income tripled, and my income just keeps going up and up and up and up. So I'm telling you, this works, and you have nothing to lose by trying autosuggestion, by buying this book, by reading it, and by listening to what the author tells you to do. Just do exactly what he says. What do you have to lose if you do not have money? And trust me, the ideas will come flowing in. They will come flowing in. And because you are reprogramming your subconscious to have this amount of money by this certain time, you are going to start getting some nudges from your subconscious saying, oh, hey, why are you watching Netflix today when you're supposed to be out there grinding, hustling for this $1 million that you want by such and such date? You're going to get that. That's going to be a very, very strong urge to push you to start to take action towards your financial goal that's now in your subconscious mind. Once it's in your subconscious mind, you have to be in alignment with it. That is law. Once your subconscious mind is programmed in a certain way, you have to live by that program of your subconscious mind. It is law, and you cannot avoid it. So Start within, reprogram your subconscious mind, and then the rest will follow. Have faith, okay? You will also come across other strategies to gain wealth, other strategies to strengthen a wealth mindset, to change your thought patterns about money. You'll come across all this random information that never crossed your path before, or maybe it did cross your path, but you just weren't ready for that message yet. And now all of a sudden you're ready, and now that information is coming to you, and it's going to come to you, reinforce your subconscious mind of becoming wealthy and having that amount of money. And you're going to have new ideas, new pieces of information, new inspirations. And of course, you are going to have the motivation and the energy to act out those ideas. That is what is important. It's not your mind. It is the action that you execute as a result of your mind. Knowledge is only powerful to the extent that you execute, manifest it, bring it into the physical world. I hope that this helped somebody out there, to encourage you guys to please read this book with an open mind. Have an open mind. Just pretend everything in this book is 100% true. Absorb it, accept the information, implement what Napoleon Hill is telling you, because look at what this says. This book could be worth $1 million to you. I am telling you guys, and I'm not the only person that's preaching this book. There are so many people that this book changed their life. This book changed their financial future. So if you haven't read this book yet, read it. If you've already read it and for some reason things just aren't going, read it again. Maybe you were not ready for that information. Sometimes you're just not ready to implement the right information into your life. You just haven't got to that point yet where you're ready to change. So reread it. This time, take it seriously. I will link the book below, and I hope that this, information helps you guys, and that I get a comment from you guys, a few months saying that, oh my God, this book changed my life too. I really want to hear your guys's, I don't know why I say that. I really want to hear your stories for how this book changed your life. If anybody has stories in the future. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.